I even called Lacey and told, don't wake up the kids. All night, let me make you laugh. All night long, I was going to the bathroom, feeling really bad. And I'm dog sitting. And you can see Rina's not here today, so I'm dog sitting their dog. Do you know, about 3:30, 4 o'clock, I guess I kept getting up and getting up, getting up. The dog decided to go outside. He wanted to go outside. Do you know he never came back in? He never once scratched on the door. He said, I ain't getting no sleep. The dog was smart. He didn't come in until I was ready to leave that day. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to tell you what the dog did. What I did to her dog. So, so this is what I'm saying. So I wasn't feeling good. So I didn't think I was going to make it to church. But eventually I decided, let me get up and come to church. Do you know, I felt like if I would have left, the time that I would have left, I don't know what would have happened. Because when I was coming down, the accident had just occurred and the person died. So you know, you never know what God is rescuing you from. And we have to focus in on the fact that He is rescuing us all the time. It doesn't matter. Let's look at Psalms 78, 24, verse 24 and 25. He rained down manna for them to eat. He gave them bread from heaven. They ate the food of angels. God gave them all they could hold. Verse 27, He rained down meat as thick as dust, birds as plentiful as the sand in the seashore. He caused the birds to fall within their camp and all around their tent. Well, today a friend of mine went up me. I don't know if you know that fact. She went up me and she said I forgot the name of the country now. I think it was Dubai. I'm not quite sure. But all of a sudden, it was raining fish. It was raining fish. But they have an explanation for why that happened. They think that it was like an earthquake in the sea or a tornado or something like that. And that when the tornado stopped, it landed on the earth instead of in the water. And they had so much fish in the wind that it all fell down. I think God is still, that's a miracle. Because all the fish, they picked up all the fish. I could see that. I could see them picking up all the fish. I said, oh Lord, that would have been right up my alley. So did I read verse 27? And verse 28? Okay, great, thank you. So we have to stop what? Limiting God. We have to stop what? Limiting God. We don't remember all His miracles, all the things, miracles He did in Egypt. And you can find that in Psalm 78, 44 through 52. I'm not going to read that today, but it's in the Bible. I want to remind you of Elijah. You all remember Elijah? When he was fed by ravens? And you can find that in 1 Kings 17 2 through 16. I'm going to read a couple of verses there. Verse 2. You ready? 17 verse 2. First Kings. Ready? Then the Lord said to Elijah, go to the east and hide by the Kerith brook, near where it enters the Jordan River. Drink from the brook and eat what the ravens bring you, for I have commanded them to bring you food. Can you imagine? The God we serve can command birds. He can command birds. So what is there that He can do? You know, God has been doing the supernatural all along. Sometimes we just don't pick up on it. But he's been doing the supernatural all along. What about Jesus when he was here? You know? Let's look at Luke 18. I'm going to read verse 35 and then I'm going to skip over to 42. As Jesus approached Jericho, a blind beggar was sitting beside the road. Well, okay, I'm going to read it all. When he heard the noise of a crowd going past, he asked what was happening. They told him that Jesus the Nazarene was going by. So he began shouting, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. Sometimes we have to ask for mercy. Sometimes we have to ask for mercy. I was asking for mercy Saturday night. I'm not going to tell her. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, Lord, what is this? Be quiet, the people in front yelled at him. But you have to understand, these people were not blind. It's when you're going through a situation that makes the difference. But he only shouted louder, Son of David, have mercy upon me. When Jesus heard him, he stopped and ordered that a man be brought to him. As the man came near, Jesus asked him, what do you want me to do for you? Lord, he said, I want to see. And Jesus said, all right, receive your sight. Your faith has healed you. Instantly, the man could see, and he followed Jesus, praising God. And all who saw it praised God too. And that's the way we should be. When something good happens to one of us, everybody should be praising God. Everybody should be praising God. When something bad is happening to one of us, everybody should be concerned. Yes, because it's a walk. It's a walk. And everybody's going to have a walk, an individual walk. And it's not going to be all the same. It's not going to be all the same. So Jesus healed the blind man. What about Lazarus? Let's look at John 11. And I'm just going to read a couple of verses, and the reason why is because I know all of you guys know the story. The story is from John 11, 1 through 44, but I'm going to pick it up at 40. Jesus responded, did I tell you that you would see God's glory if you believe? So they rolled the stone aside. Then Jesus looked up to heaven and said, Father, thank you for hearing me. You always hear me, but I said it out loud for the sake of all these people standing here, so that they will believe you sent me. Then Jesus shouted, Lazarus, come out. And guess what? And the dead man came out. He came out. Nothing is impossible with God we serve. Nothing. So, Jesus, he also delivered possessed people. Let's look at Matthew 8:16. Matthew 8:16. That evening, many demon-possessed people were brought to Jesus. He cast out the evil spirits with a simple command, and he healed all the sick. I want us to focus in on the fact how all he had to do was speak the word only, and it happened. Now let's look at the controversial Jesus a little bit. And let's go into Mark 3, 1 and 6. And this is Jesus healing on the Sabbath. And you know that was against tradition in those days. So Jesus, Mark 3, 1 through 6. Jesus went into the synagogue again and noticed a man with a deformed hand. Since it was Sabbath, Jesus' enemies watched him closely. And who were his enemies? His enemies were the Sadducees and the Pharisees that should not have been his enemies. Because they were all in the same church together. They should have been all looking for the same thing. They should have been all looking for the same thing. If he healed the man's hand, they planned to accuse him of working on the Sabbath. Jesus said to the man with a deformed hand, "Come and stand in front of everyone." Jesus don't play, does he? Then he turned to his critics and asked, "Does the law permit good deeds on the Sabbath, or is it a day for doing evil? Is this a day to save life or to destroy it?" But they wouldn't answer him. They couldn't. He looked around at them angrily and was deeply saddened by their hard hearts. Then he said to the man, "Hold out your hand." So the man held out his hand, and it was restored. At once the Pharisees went away and met with the supporters of Herod to plot how to kill Jesus. So you can be doing a right thing. You can be doing a right thing and you make enemies. He was doing a good thing. But because they were not happy with him, they plotted, what did they plot? How to kill Jesus. For helping. For helping somebody. We need to focus in on that. Tradition will kill you. Here, or kill other people around you. Let's look at Luke 13, 10 through 17. One more time. Jesus heals on the Sabbath. One Sabbath day, are we there ready? One Sabbath day, as Jesus was teaching in a synagogue, he saw a woman who had been crippled by an evil spirit. She had been bent double for 18 years and was unable to stand up straight. When Jesus saw her, he called her over and said, "Dear woman, you are healed of your sickness." Then he touched her, and instantly she could stand straight. And how she praised God. But the leader in charge of the synagogue was indignant that Jesus had healed her on the Sabbath day. "There are 6 days of the week for work," and he said to the crowd, "Come on those days to be healed, not on the Sabbath." But the Lord replied, "You hypocrite, each of you work on the Sabbath day. Don't you untie your ox and your donkey from its stall on the Sabbath day and lead it out for water? This dear woman, a daughter of Abraham, has been held in bondage by Satan for 18 years. Isn't it right that she be released even on the Sabbath?" Think about it. These people, they didn't have a heart. They didn't have any compassion. They didn't have any love. They had rules. Tradition. Tradition. You know, let's look at John 12, 9, 10, and 11. You know, tradition would even make you attempt to kill. John 12, 9, 10, and 11. When all the people heard of Jesus' arrival, they flocked to see him, and also to see Lazarus, the man Jesus had raised from the dead. Then the leading priest decided to kill Lazarus too. For it was because of him that many of the people had deserted them and believed in Jesus. So all they cared about was the people not desert to them. They were not there to do what's right. They were not there to do what's right. They didn't care if they did right or wrong. All they cared about was making sure that the people flocked to them. Even though people are teaching them new things, they were not interested in the new things. They had it in their head that you're not supposed to do this on a Sabbath. But yet they were doing things on a Sabbath. You know, when I look at, like I said before, that I look at a lot of churches that do supernatural things, I tell you, I think about what do they have